Welcome to the place where we take your music, we listen to it, and we hang out. Happy Days Entertainment. Back on track, Dino Beat.
Servitude's on the podcast.
Is that Kennedy over there? Don't forget to follow Purpose Promotions inside the circle. Roll a little blunt, put it in rotation. We don't give a fuck.
We getting hype as fuck.
We just wanna have some fun. Take a little drink. Take a little seat. Sit back and enjoy happy days with me. Oh, acid happy.
What is up, guys? It is your host today of HappyDaze Entertainment, HappyDaze Hangout, and I am here with a couple of guests. Obviously, I have another host with me, as well as we have an interview today. We're going to be interviewing Matty Ice 1990. But before we get the show started, let me introduce my host, my partner in crime, my PIC. Let's bring her out, Madwag Jackson. How are you today?
What up, what up? It's Madwack Jackson, and welcome to Happy Days. We about to hang out.
We're about to hang out, light it up, blaze out, happily dazed.
Happily Days. Hell yeah, I like that.
All right, guys. Before we continue, I'm going to bring out our guest. This is Matty Ice 1990. How are we doing today?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good.
I'm at this, I come to the hotel to do my podcast. It's a little loud today, but it's all right.
Actually, I don't hear too much feedback from your background noise or anything like that, so we're good on our end.
Okay, cool. Good.
All right. So, I am Madwack Jackson. We met backstage, but I wanted to formally introduce myself and have you formally introduce yourself to our viewers today. So, if you wouldn't mind just getting us started by telling us what your real name is, your stage name, obviously, and where you're from.
So my name's Matt Farner. My stage name is Matty Ice 1990. I'm from Harrisburg. I live in Lancaster, and I rap about addiction, trauma, and recovery.
All right.
All right. So, when it comes to your music, how long have you been doing music for?
So you want me to just start off and tell my story?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
We are all
So,
ears.
okay, so when I was about 2, this is where like the trauma started. Me and my mom went to a bank. 2 guys came up. They robbed my mom. They put a gun to my head, robbed my mom. So then when I was 6, my mom, I was raised like with my mom until I was 6. She was a single mom. And when I was 6, she got with this guy. He was an alcoholic, and he was mentally and physically abusive to me. Not so much my mom, but to me because I wasn't his kid. Um, and my dad ran off like right after I was born to avoid child support, so he wasn't really around. When I was, so I mean that pretty much till I was 15, I pretty much went through like that, the mental and physical abuse stuff, so that gave me a lot of like PTSD, anxiety and stuff, so I got in trouble in school a lot. I played sports and stuff when I was younger, but that only lasted so long till I got older and wasn't really into the sports anymore. So when I was 15, I ran away from home, and I was on the missing child on the news for like a week. And when the cops found me, they put me in placement because my mom couldn't deal with me. So they put me in placement, and I ended up staying in placement until I was 18. So when I came home from placement, um, I think that's when I started like getting into like drinking and stuff. Probably when I was like 18. Uh, when I so I was home from placement for 10 months, and I got a simple assault, and I ended up violating probation. So I went to Dauphin County Prison for 2 years. They maxed me out 11 to 23 months, 23 and a half. So I did that, and then I came home, and I was home 6 months, and I ended up I got in another fight, and I got an aggravated assault. So I went upstate, and I did like 2.5 years. Um, so when I came home from state, that's when I got into. I started selling drugs a lot, and I started really like experimenting with like different drugs. So like from 23, when I came home, to up until 3 years ago, I mean, I pretty much sold drugs and got high. You know what I mean? And um, I pretty much went through every drug that I could think of. You know what I mean? Until I got to perks, the blue M30s, the press perks. Um, well, I started selling them, and within like 3 months, I was in a room. That's my song called Rock Bottom. That's what that song's about. I was in this room for like a week, and I was doing these perks. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I was so sick because I was doing so many perks. Like I was just stuck in this room for a week, and that was pretty much my bottom. Like where I knew like it's over. You know what I mean? And I never really like worked because I sold drugs. So like I worked on and off. You know what I mean? So about 3 years ago, I decided to go to rehab from that room, which I call my rock bottom. Uh, so I went to rehab, and so when I went to rehab, from being in jail, I always was into like writing and poetry and stuff like that, um, but I never tried like actually rapping. So when I went to rehab, they had this piano. So I took the piano and I snuck it up to my room, and it had like the beats on it. Had like all the buttons that had all the different sounds and beats and stuff, and it would just play different beats or whatever. So I would write, and like as I was writing, like I would sit there and I would bawl my eyes out, and it was the first time that I ever really actually like looked at everything I went through and everything that I did to people and everything I put myself through, so that's where I really started working on myself, and that's where I fell into music because it gave me a way to express myself. um, so yeah, I mean, I relapsed a couple times since then. um, like right now, I have almost 9 months clean right now. So every relapse, I think I relapsed 3 times, and every relapse, I do better and better after every relapse. Like I have more time clean each time because like every relapse, I learned something. You know what I mean, that I didn't know before. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much my story, and music helps me a lot. To It helps me a lot to vent, and then also like being in recovery. Like a big thing about recovery is trying to help other people, because when you help other people, it makes you feel good about yourself. So like that really helps. That helps me to stay clean. Like I go out all day and I make content, and I try to create like positive messages in my content that hopefully people can relate to, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's pretty much my story, and why I do the music. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. Now, do you have any influences within the music industry that help keep you afloat and help your creative spark when it comes to music?
Yeah, so I really like Lil Durk a lot.
Okay,
I really like Lil Durk a lot because like Lil Durk has really went through everything that he talks about, and I
right.
pride myself on like I know a lot of people want to hear like party music and vibe music, but like I really pride myself, and I don't look down on that stuff. I listen to it, whatever, but I just really pride myself on being like a conscious rapper and like telling my story, because that's my purpose. My purpose is to tell my story and give people my experience.
100%.
Kalichi, I've been trying to do. I want to do a song with Kalichi because I think we would make a good song together.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and then obviously I listened to Eminem when I was younger. I think the first CD that I ever had was uh, the first CD I ever had was a Coolio CD. Then I had the Snoop Dogg CD. Um, and then like DMX. That's pretty much like what I grew up on. Snoop Dogg, DMX, um, like NWA, like you know what I mean.
So you had mentioned that you kind of started all this around the age of 15, but I don't know if we covered how old you are now.
I'm 34 now.
Okay.
So
Now,
one question, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
go ahead. You go for it. Take that spotlight. I got you.
All right. So we know some of your inspirations and stuff like that. So now I kind of want to get into a little bit of your catalog, and I want to know what your favorite song is out of your music.
Okay, so out of all my music, my favorite song is probably Overdose. I um and then I would say Maserati, and I really like Alphabetical Addiction. Um, because of the message. But yeah, like Maserati, I really like Maserati because it's a good it's like a good like chill hop song. It's like a chill vibe. It really like tells my story, and like the whole message in that song is, you know, I always wanted a Maserati, but the Maserati stands for like, yeah, I always wanted a Maserati, but the Maserati stands for like I always wanted success. I always wanted to be great, so the Maserati song is basically like it tells my trauma and how I wanted to get to that Maserati, that success, like I want to change the world, like I want to spread my message and make a difference. And also like a couple shows that I did, um, people gave me really good feedback on Maserati. I had a girl one time, like she actually cried like after my show. She was like, that song really touched me. And like that stuff is like gives me a lot of hope, that to know that my lyrics can touch people like that.
Sure. Now, this is kind of the same question, but do you have a favorite song to do live?
I like tacos. Tacos. So I did tacos with Old Man West. Um, so I kind of teamed up with like Gunsmoke, RYD, and Old Man West. They brought me in, and like they brought me into their team, and they've been really good to me. But yeah, Tacos is a cool song just because like one day I was at my mom's house and I was just like sitting there and I was like, man, everybody loves tacos. You know, like everybody talks about tacos all the time. So I was like, I'm just gonna make a song that, has something to do with tacos. So that's a fun. I really like that song because it's an uppity song to perform. It's just like a fun. It's like a fun song, you know.
It sounds like a fun song. I'm down to listen to a song named Tacos any day.
Yeah, right.
Where can we find your music at? Like, what outlets and platforms do you use to post your music?
So I distribute through United Masters. So they put it on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, Amazon, Deezer, and then like you can make reels. You can make like reels on Facebook and Instagram. Um, like if you type in like Matty Ice 1990 and then whatever song, you can make like content on Facebook and stuff.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Do you do anything else other than make music? Do you have any other hobbies or anything that you take your time up and do for that?
Um, I mean, I hang out with my girlfriend. You know, I go to meetings sometimes. Music's really like a big part of my life. You know, like I tell people like there's so many different avenues with music. Like, you know what I mean? Like I go out and I network, I talk to people, like I go talk to small businesses and like hang flyers and do stuff for them to help them. And like if I don't feel like doing that, I can write or I can go out and make content. Like I don't know,
Absolutely.
I love doing music. So I mean I pretty much I hang out with my girl and I do music stuff, and I network.
That's awesome.
What kind of things do you do to keep yourself inspired and to make the music?
Huh. I don't know. I'm always like, I don't think I really do anything. It's just like, uh, I don't know. It's like, I always look forward to it, you know? I don't really like, I don't really ever get like writer's block or I just pretty much, I just love doing music, Like, I don't ever feel like I don't want to do this.
Good. That's a good thing to have when you're making music is to not have that, I don't ever want to stop. That's
Yeah.
good motivation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we go out to like parks and like if I'm not doing music, like we go out and we'll lay out at the park, or I like going up on the parking garages and looking out over the city and stuff. Like I like nature. I
Heck
like
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm a people person. I like just walking around the city talking to people.
What are some
So
of
if you
your
had,
Oh,
nope, you go this time.
all right. So, what are some of your goals moving forward within the music industry?
Um so right now I'm working on building a bigger catalog. Um and so January 23rd is my 1 year clean date. So
Okay.
me and Gunsmoke RYD we're in the process of setting up a show for my
Okay.
1 year clean. It'll be like a recovery show. So
Awesome.
yeah, so that'll be cool. I've been working on like my merch. I set up a couple online stores for merch. Um, I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear, you know. I mean, I have a couple different um I have a couple different life plans right now. Um, I'm I'm thinking about starting up like a cleaning business. Um, my end goal, I would like to my end goal, I would like to open up like a recovery center
Okay.
that has like a producer. Like it would be like a recovery center where people can do art, any type of like art, because art is healing, you know, like art is a healer. It's meditative. Like,
Oh,
you
absolutely.
know, music's an art, painting is tattooing, like there's all kinds of different art. So it would be cool to have like a recovery center that was based off of art. Like it like it'll have a producer, like people that'll teach like a writing class, a drawing class, like a singing class, you know, to give people, because I feel like a lot of people that are in addiction, I feel like a big problem is that drugs took everything that drugs takes everything that matters, and you eventually live a life that's based around drugs, and you have a lot of people have no end up having no hobbies, no passion. And if you don't have passion, then you don't have purpose. And if you don't have purpose, then what are you here for? You don't have anything to be grateful for. You know, like life is miserable. So I feel like if people could go to a place where they find there's all kinds of different art and people can find their specific art form that they love, you know, that could be something that gives them a passion, which gives you a purpose.
Okay. That's a really awesome end goal to have there. It really, really is inspiring and even. Now,
Absolutely.
I do want to know, are you willing to have your music played for our audience? We do have a tech worker in our back that would be willing to open up some of your music and play your music for our audience if you were wanting to share your music.
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah. I would
All
love
right.
that. I would appreciate that.
All right. Well, then, if you can hear us, Cryptic, whenever you are ready, you can go ahead and play that music. And while we are waiting, if anybody in the audience has any questions for our guests while we're listening to music, go ahead and load those comments up with your questions. And when we get back from listening to his music, we will answer those questions for you.
Heck yeah. Shout out all of our viewers. I see some people tagging others in the comments. Keep that up.
Look, I know sometimes you may wanna die. I know sometimes you may wanna cry. But I promise it gets better. Just gotta make it through the weather. I was addicted to the coke and perks and puffing the perp. And I didn't wanna be alive, I was so tired of the hurt. Tongue numb from the cane, wasn't able to quit. I used to hustle through the day and night, I sip on a fifth. I had to go and cut the ties, separate from the east, where my life was like a movie, man, this is unbelievable. At a young age, he got robbed by the gun. The second pulled the trigger, man, I could have been done. Post trauma, I was 3. Told her we would be fine. It took a minute, but I'm winning now. I'm the sky. See, I got peace in my mind. 'Cause wow, I put my passion in this music now. They used to question my words, so I put hope in my words. Now all my fans ain't got my back, 'cause I've been coming in first. I ain't never gonna stop. I just wanna see my people smile. Even I came up from the bottom. You can read my files. I used to wanna overdose. I ain't like my feelings. Too much pain in my heart. I ain't wanna feel it. Pop a perk, gotta work. Maybe it's the last one. Man, my life was so hard. You can go and ask them. But there was a point I really wanted to die. 'Cause all the pain I was feeling inside. They said they loved me, but I knew it was lies. I use my anger just to silence the needle, escaping myself and drugs. But I see some people do it, and I know just what it does.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
I have
You
to agree. That was absolutely catchy. And as one of our commenters said, it's it's that's a hard subject to uh, talk about in general. So to be able to rap about it and be able to put it out there for possibly millions of people to hear and see, good for you, man.
Yeah.
This dude needs more play. That's another comment that we just got from Greg Phillips. Thank you for that comment, guys. We
Yeah.
appreciate everything.
Somebody asked what my favorite dinosaur is, and
They did.
yeah, I was sitting here trying to think, and I don't really know. Probably like T Rex. Probably T Rex. I don't know. He just looks cool.
He just looks cool.
Wrong
Yeah.
show, damn it. No, that's
We do. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just getting ready to say we do have one more song that we can play if you want to play that for our audience too.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
guys.
Yeah. It's hard.
Load up the
It's kind of
comments.
like it's kind of in and out, but I don't know if it's my phone or. But you can still like hear it. You know what I mean?
It's definitely better quality than we've had in the past. Trust us.
Okay.
Look, overcoming addiction ain't easy as ABC, but listen to this. A is for addict, drug, sex, and gambling problems. We tend to try so hard to stop, but we're escaping our trauma. The B is for believers, the ones that believe in God. That's what gives them all their strength to keep fighting the God. See, the C is for commitment. We're tired of cells in prison. We're determined to escape all the thoughts of us being victims. The E is for the effort it takes us to just keep going, and the F is for the freedom to choose if we keep on growing or to stay down at the bottom. Our bottom is at our lowest, and the G is for the growth that we make each and every moment. The H is for the hell that we lived for so many years. I just hope I've been fighting through so much tears. The J is for the justifications we always make, and the jails and institutions and justice system we hate. The L is for our losses. We lost so much on this path. Don't give up and call it quits. We can always go get it back. The M is for the men that we lost and the women too. Don't go make the same mistakes because it can happen to you. The N is for the nothingness that we usually felt because we hurt the people closest and no one wanted to help. The O is for the optimist, half of the glass is filled, and the P is for the pride that can lead us to getting killed. The Q is for the questions we have that we can't get answered, and the R is the reality. Drugs is just like a cancer. The S is for the sepsis program that we're talking about what hurts. The U is for us because we can't do it alone. That's why they go get some numbers and just pick up the phone. The V is for the vision we have, so we chase our dreams. We can get it if we try, so go get it by any means. I remember Papa's anxiety's hard to manage. If we don't live in the moment, it leads us to so much damage. The Y is for the years that we struggled to cope. We've been stuck because of drugs, they pulled us down like a rope. I know I'll make it, I'll take it just one day at a time. I finally made it out the zoo, I'm clean, I made up my mind.
My mic was muted. Wow.
There you go.
Sorry about that, everybody. We're back. That was a
Yeah.
badass song. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
All right. So I have a few questions for you. And there's a couple viewer comments that we can get to. But I would like to know if you had the opportunity to work with anyone dead or alive, who would you want to work with?
That's a good question.
I know. Dead or alive? I think I think it would be cool to work with Mac Miller. Mac Miller has such a vibe, like a peaceful, happy vibe. Um, and you know, I said before, I really want to. I would love to do a song with Kalichi.
All
Um,
right.
I think it would be cool to do like a song with like I like the different genre type songs. You know, like country with rap and rock with rap. Like I like all the I like when people intermingle. Like you know, it'd be cool to do something with like Jelly Roll. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Like yeah, like it would be like I would love to do a song where somebody where I do the verses and somebody like a country singer or a rock singer does like the chorus.
Now when it comes to genres of music, since we're on the topic, what genre of music do you think you make, or do you prefer to be more alternative and switch about your styles?
I really like rap just because
Okay.
of like I'm all about like lyrics and storytelling and I like to play around with words and you know I don't know I like rapping. I don't know. It's I've listened to rap my whole life, so it's what I came up on. You know what I mean? So like it's me. You know,
Absolutely.
it's what I feel inside. You know, it's like I feel. I mean, I like country. Like you know, I like to be able to really like in my music, you know, like I like to vent, and a lot of my trauma is like anger, and you know, like I like to get that out in my music.
Of course. So you use music as an outlet for your emotions in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I
Okay.
use it to vent,
That's
and
awesome. That's a very healthy coping mechanism.
yeah, and at the same time, you know, people hopefully people get something out of it. You know, I don't. So I like I was just saying this to my girl the other day. Like when you're real with people, like if I was faking my music, people aren't gonna connect with me because I'm not like we're all people. You know, everybody
Right.
like we're all humans. So deep down, we're all so much alike that if you fake who you are, people aren't gonna relate to you. Like
Exactly.
it's not possible. So if you're real, like if I'm real in my music, then I feel that people are gonna they're not gonna have a choice but to be able to relate.
Absolutely. You have to have some sort of authenticity with who you are as a person.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is your most emotional song since we're on the topic?
There you go.
My most emotional song. Probably probably Maserati.
Okay.
Like I think lyrically Maserati would be the one.
Now,
Absolutely.
here is one that's a little bit touchy. How do you play offensive? We're going to pretend it's hype real quick. You have a hater right now watching you. What do you have to say to them?
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I know I got haters out there. I got people. I'm an addict. You know what I mean? And I don't hide anything. So, like, what is somebody gonna say about me? Because I already know. You know what I mean? Like, I know what dirt I've done. Like, I know what type of person that I've been in the past. Like, I know that I've hurt people, and I know people are angry with me, especially because, like, I found a passion. I might not be the best at what I do, but I found a passion and I found a purpose, and I'm trying to do something with my life that's positive for once, So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, Like, if I can make amends with people, then I will.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
but there's certain people that I can't. I have people right now that get on Facebook on a fake account, every 2-3 months from stuff that happened 5 years ago that they're still mad about, and they get on and blow all my stuff up. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, here we go again. Like,
Of course. Well, there's a saying in the underground. I've heard this a lot recently. That if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's it's true. It's definitely true. Yeah, I don't know. I want, like, that's another thing. I don't think that I would ever do like the beef thing in rap, just because I feel like if everybody would just work together, like, obviously, if everybody would just work together and help each other, we would all be successful. You know what
We
I
could,
mean?
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Like,
That's
I know so much about music that other people don't know, and other people know so much about music that I don't know. You know,
hmm
if we share knowledge, we would both be twice as successful.
absolutely. And that's a lot of what we do here at Happy Days. We're building a network to help underground musicians network, establish partnerships, as well as become comfortable and familiar with the fact that there is a safety net of people. There are safe people within the underground community that want
Yeah.
to succeed and want to watch other people succeed.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've been through it. I've been through a lot. I'm not gonna say I've been through a lot more than everybody else, but we all, like, I mean, we all handle things differently. Like, me and somebody else could go through the same thing, and it might be harder on me or it might be harder on them. It's just how people take it. Like, so yeah. I mean, I would hope that being that the message that I spread, that people would want to support me, because I'm not out here trying to promote to get people to do drugs or sell drugs
Right.
or fight, or I'm trying to get, so, like, OGs, like, people have the wrong idea of what original gangsters were. Original gangsters were like the people back, way back, like, they tried to get rid of all that violence and stuff like that. Like, being gangster isn't fighting, it's being wise and handling life maturely. Like, that's being a gangster.
You're right, right. Going about things and thinking through your decisions and such.
And then, like, our sons and daughters, like, they're a generation behind us, so whatever we leave here or left here, they're gonna come up in. So, like,
Right.
and I also look at it like, if I help one if my music changes two people's lives, say two people's hear one of my songs and it just triggers them to go to rehab, and they get clean and they come out, and a year later they both help two people. It's like a butterfly effect that eventually it'll change the entire course of the world.
Absolutely. It's a whole movement. It's a whole movement, and you're holding the torch down a dark path for other people to follow.
Yeah, and I want to leave, like, I lived the crime life. I've been in probably 40 fights in my life. Like, I sold drugs, you know, like I've done all that stuff, and I want to be known, like, when I leave here, I want my son to be able to go listen to my music and remember me for being able to handle all that stuff and get through all that stuff and still come out on top in a positive light, you know?
Absolutely.
So, if there was one thing that you would want people to take away when they hear Matty Ice, what would that be?
Don't do drugs. I it sounds so like
Cliche.
because it, because 90% of the world does drugs, but like yeah, it's some people can hand some people are functional addicts. Some people are not addicts and get high occasionally. I, I can't do that because when I'm an obsessive person, because of all my trauma and stuff. I
Of
can't.
course.
And yeah, I mean, I strongly feel that if the world would just eliminate all drugs, I feel like this world would be such a better place.
Now, I I'm only gonna step in and I'm gonna say this because this is Happy Days Entertainment. Now
Yeah, yeah,
I have a brain tumor. I smoke medical marijuana. I do have a medical license,
that's
and
med.
it is medicine, but in other aspects, in other senses, it is also a drug. You have to because of the chemical and the chemical uh it affects your brain
Compound.
chemical. Yeah, the chemical compound affecting your brain. It is that of a drug. So, in
Yeah,
some senses, and it is addictive. And marijuana can be very addictive to somebody with addictive personality and those genetics.
yeah.
So, I do want to say that drugs can be good for some people in a
Hmm.
medical aspect, but drugs are not for everybody, and it depends
Exactly.
on your personal circumstance.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, listen, like, I dealt with pounds of weed. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I smoked all day, every day. Like, I know that marijuana can be really beneficial. Like, it can be really beneficial.
But it can also be just as negative in the same aspect,
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, it definitely can.
you
It
know?
definitely can be. I, yeah, I mean, when I say drugs, I'm like,
Hardcore shit. I know but
yeah,
I just wanted to make that clear because, most people that are watching probably do know that this is the name of
yeah,
it's a banter.
yeah. No, no, no. I got you. I got you.
But we like altogether, I'm not going to sit there and promote the use of hardcore narcotics either because even some of the stuff that you can get from the hospital, such as Vicodin and other pain
Uh huh.
medications and anxiety medications, those are just as harmful as they are useful too, man, and just as addictive.
Yeah, and addiction's not even about. It's not even all about like the drugs.
No,
It's
it's
like
it's a dependence.
yeah, I was just talking. I was talking to my mom earlier today about gambling. Like I was addicted. I was addicted to. I swear on everything I love for months. I was at the Hollywood Casino in Grantville, like 200 in the morning and $200 at night every day. I did that for months. And on top of that, I was buying lottery tickets. Like I would make, say I would make $1,000 in a day, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
my addictive personality would go buy lottery tickets and go to the casino twice a day and go spend money on girls, or you know what I mean? But really the whole time, like, all I'm really doing is I'm running away from myself.
You're chasing a dependency, you're chasing support elsewhere to get your mind off of things instead
Yeah,
of dealing with things straightforward. You're finding things to occupy yourself with.
yeah, I'm running. I'm just escaping myself because I'm not.
Absolutely.
Like, I could not sit still. Like, I couldn't just sit at home and sit on the couch and watch TV because my mind would just be going, like, cuz I never dealt with stuff. So I couldn't just sit still and watch TV because my mind would just go and go and go and go. And music really helped me with that because now, like, I can sit at home and just watch TV all day and I'm fine. Like, I couldn't even do that before.
Absolutely.
I kind of have a personal question. For you being an artist in the music scene, um, what's it, how do you maintain control in that concert environment?
Well, so I actually haven't performed since I went back to rehab 8 months ago. Um, I haven't even done a show since I got out of rehab. Because I just been focused on like, I don't have a car right now and stuff, so I don't really have a way to get. It's just so too complicated right now. You know what I mean? But
Right.
in the next couple months, I'll be able to get a car and stuff. So, you know what I mean? Like, when I get my license back, and then I'll be able to get into that stuff. And that's what my plan is. Right now, I'm focusing on getting trying to get the best content that I can get out there for people, to see my story and know my story and build my fan base and build my supporters. Um, and then once I'm able to drive again, then I'll start going out and doing shows again. I mean, I'm open to doing shows. It's just, it's more of a hassle right now than it is for me to just go do it. You know what I mean?
No, man, I totally understand where you're coming from.
So
Same
yeah,
Absolutely.
situation.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm just kind of, I'm not really. I've learned not to rush. Like, good things happen to those that wait. So I've gotten better with patience and just, I've got to work. I have to work it. How I have to work it. So
Heck yeah, patience is a virtue and it brings wealth to those who have it.
Patience is a virtue. So, I do want to ask, going towards the topic of music again. Do you have any like goals of signing with a label, or are you signed with a record label?
no, I'm not signed, and I don't. I don't know if I would be willing to sign with anybody, um, because, like, my music means so much to me, and my branding. Like, I've built my branding. I've built everything myself. I've taught myself everything. Like, and my music really, like, defines who I am, and I don't want, like, I would be willing to sign to a label if they wouldn't try to make me if they wouldn't try to make me change who I am, and if it was worth it enough. But the
Absolutely.
stories that I've heard and the research that I've done, I just don't think that it would be beneficial to me.
Absolutely.
I mean, unless like, see, I don't want to sign to somebody and then they take all my masters. You know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
I get 20 grand and like, yeah, like I wouldn't do something like that. You know what I mean? It would have to be like really worth it, and they'd have to really like believe in me for who I am.
Right. Absolutely.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I in 5 years I plan on like touring. Like I want to be touring by then. Um,
Okay.
I want to be settled down, have a house. I rent right now. I want to have a house, a small house, like settled down. Um, I, tour. Um, I, hopefully, hopefully I could have the recovery thing started. You know what I mean? At least in the works. Yeah, I
Heck
mean,
yeah.
I plan on doing this music. I plan on doing it forever. I mean, I love doing it. I don't think that I'm ever gonna lose the passion that I have for it.
Now, do you have any features with other artists that you have enjoyed creating in the past?
So I have a song that I did with Gunsmoke, RYD, and Old Man West. Um, one song. It's called "Handle Your Business." I don't think they didn't release it yet. They're still working on it. Um, and then I have the taco song that I did with Old Man West. That's the only. Uh, that's the only collab songs that I have done. I've gotten asked a couple times to do collabs, and I said I was willing to do it, and then it just never happened.
Yeah,
Um,
of course.
so like I'm willing to do. I'm willing to collab with somebody if I feel like they have a similar message as me, um, or you know, I I was I was told by somebody that it's not always good to collab with everyone. Um, I mean, like some people might have a message that doesn't collaborate with mine, or you know, I I might I could collab with somebody that has a bad rep, and it can make me look bad, or you know, like I don't know. It's just yeah. I mean, I just haven't. I would definitely be open to collab with somebody that has a similar message, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Have
We got a
what
comment.
from
Oh,
the venues that you've had the opportunity to perform at so far, do you have a favorite?
So um, you guys know Mike B and Bobby Bars. Um, I'm pretty sure you guys know him. Um, I performed with them at it was called the Sign of the Horse. It was just a brewery, but it was just such a fun night. Like that was probably like my favorite show just cuz it was such a fun night. It was such a good vibe, and yeah, that was probably my favorite show. I mean I did a show at HMAC. That was cool too. Um
If you could not just perform, but headline any venue anywhere, where would you want to headline?
Ooh.
Man, I never even thought it. I have no idea, to be honest. I know. I mean, I don't really know a lot of. I don't really know a lot of like venues and stuff like that. Um, I'm not. I mean, there's a place out here in Lancaster called Phantom Power. I want to do. I'd like to go there and do a show. It's like it's a cool spot. I don't really know. I don't really know a lot of venues though. Really, to be honest, I'm still trying to get deeper into the show side of everything. You know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I've done shows and stuff. I haven't. I mean, I think the biggest show I did was, like maybe like 200 people. So I haven't done like. I mean, I'd go up in front of 10,000 people right now if I could. Like honestly, like I, you know what I mean? Like I want to. I just haven't had the opportunity.
Of course.
Including underground and mainstream artists, who do you say your top 5 most influential artists are for you?
Eminem, Lil Durk, Lil TJ, Polo G, Nipsey Hussle.
Okay. Now,
That's
can
4. I can't think of the 5th.
5th, you got one more.
I know, one more. No, not NF. I like NF, but not NF. Maybe Mac Miller.
Okay.
I don't know.
Now, guys.
Everybody always tells me that I remind them of Mac Miller. I don't know if it's my personality, my music, or I don't know. But everybody always says I remind them of Mac Miller.
I can see it.
I don't know. That's just what everybody tells me.
We are 59 minutes in. We are an hour in. So we are going to take a little quick commercial break. If our tech lady wants to get our commercial going, that would be awesome. Take a moment. There we go.
Hey everyone, my name is Dead, and I'm a rapper, musician, and I am the leader of rap collective Forever Numb. My name is spelled D3AD period, make sure you spell it right. And shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment for giving me a great interview and giving me exposure, as well as being incredibly kind and being a great company.
Hi, my name is KT. I'm an 18-year-old artist from Tennessee. I make rap music. You can find me on all platforms under KT. Shout out HappyDaze Entertainment for the shout out.
What is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty Sad of the DDMG and Empire Music, here to give a shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment. You already know what it is, Stone on Arrival. Got bomb totes and music notes. Peace.
Yo, what up, people? It's your boy, Wife of the King, and I just want to give a big shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment. HappyDaze Entertainment, it's your boy, Wife of the King, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment.
Hey, I'm another bag of bones. I make music on SoundCloud and only SoundCloud. I'm 15, I make indie pop music, and shout out HappyDaze Entertainment for the shout out.
HappyDaze. That's Kenny. You. Phones, live streams, music, dope, underground, artists, interviews, criticism, praise, flogging, not flogging, acid happy, Lagodi, HappyDaze Entertainment. Tune in.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Sick J from Mutilated Music, and you're watching HappyDaze Entertainment. I'm a musician and artist from Third Mesa, Arizona. I take metal and rap and turn it into my own genre called Mutilated Music. And I have a new album coming out October 31st on all streaming platforms. Keep an eye out for it. Yeah! Yo, it's Shannon. I'm an independent artist, and I would appreciate it if you checked out my music on Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube at Yo Shannon, and shout out Happy Days. You guys have a great day.
Hey guys, this is Austin here, with underground name AK So Savage, and I'm here to say shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment. Let's blow it up.
What's up, everybody? My name is Pressure Capone. I'm an independent artist from Middletown, Ohio. I just want to give a big shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment.
What's good? My name is Drewski. I'm not signed with nobody. Shout out HappyDaze Entertainment for putting me on. HappyDaze Entertainment.
What's up, y'all? I'm Matty Ace 1990, and I rap about trauma, addiction, and recovery. And I just wanted to give a shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment.
Hey guys, it's Sunray, your magical ghost girl from Let's Talk Ghosts. But right now, I'm taking a break, and I'm going to tune in to HappyDaze.
Challenge Manson, Toledo, Ohio. Shout out HappyDaze Entertainment. Just with everything else.
Hello, my name is Kira. I'm an acrylic artist. Check out HappyDaze Entertainment. Awesome promotions, awesome interviews, and good vibes. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, my name's Jay Floantes. I'm signed to Gotbud Records, and I make music about men's mental health awareness. I'd like to give a shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment for the promotion services. Y'all are amazing.
Shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment. It's the best podcast around.
Hey, what's brackin'? It's Paparazzi with an X for an O. And shout out Happy Days. I'm from Murderland. You can follow me on Instagram and SoundCloud. Gang gang.
Hey yo, it's Cap the Wise Guy, holding it down for Verismo ENT. And right now you rocking with HappyDaze Entertainment, home of the dopest, illest, freshest that the underground has to offer. They be putting artists on like yours truly. That's why I fucks with them, and that's why I tune in. Matter of fact, you ain't even come to hear me talk. So enough of that. Let's get back to the show.
What's up, guys? It's Acid Happy, and we are back. I'm going to go ahead and bring my guests back on, as well as my host. How we doing? How was our break? Did we have a good break?
Yeah, it was a good break. I got a cigarette in.
Awesome. I sparked one. So
I really need to quit smoking.
Smoking is bad. I quit smoking, and then my dad died, and then I started smoking again. Smoking is bad. Do not smoke. It's okay.
I haven't seen my dad for like 12 years. The last time I talked to my dad was like 12 years ago, and I somehow I got his number and I called him, and like the whole time he was like, look at all this money I have, and look at this shirt. Isn't this shirt? I'm like, man, all right, that's enough.
Sometimes it is enough. Sometimes it is. Hashtag Happy Days. Love it. So, Madwack, you're muted.
I was all worried about cutting you off, and you can't even hear me.
I couldn't even hear you. Go ahead with what you were saying.
So one question I have for Matty Ice is, in your own opinion, I want to stress that part. What for you will tell you that you made it as an artist?
What was that?
In your own opinion, what would tell you that you made it as an artist?
If I was on stage with 10,000 people singing along to my song.
Heck yeah, that sounds pretty awesome to me.
Same.
That would be the craziest feeling, just like knowing that so many people are like on your side and have your back, and to know that you helped that many people, like that would just be like, I don't think there would be a feeling in the world better than that.
Absolutely.
So, on the flip side, what is one of the hardest obstacles you've had to overcome being an artist so far in your career?
Uh, getting on. It took me a while to get on stage. Because of my PTSD and all my anxiety and stuff. It took me a lot of like trial and error to learn how to get comfortable to go up on stage. But once I got that, like couple times, I got that feeling, like where I felt good. It, it kind of went away. I think I always get like a little nervous, but it goes away within like as soon as I start. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Of course.
performing was the hardest. It took me like a year to even like I had to fight with myself for like a year to even get up in front of people. Like even 20 people,
Hmm. We do have a question from the audience from our co-host Sabretooth. She says, Maddie, do you go back to the rehabs and perform?
Would I?
Yeah, if not, would you?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely a goal of mine once I'm able to drive, and I really think it would be a cool thing if like me and maybe like three other artists would go. Like I would like to eventually set up like a tour to different rehabs. Um,
Okay.
like go all over and just line up a whole bunch of shows at a whole bunch of different rehabs, and go tell our story and put on a show. I think that would be really cool. I think it would inspire a lot of people too.
Heck yeah.
What is one piece of advice that you would give someone else trying to come up in music right now?
Research. I know, like I talk to a lot of artists, and like so like I get like Spotify playlisting through submithub.com. The submithub.com, it's like 25 cents to a dollar credit. Submit to different playlists and bloggers, and they put your music on. If they approve your song, they put it on their playlist. um, there's like a lot of different things that you can do, but if you don't research, you're not gonna figure out all the different things that you can do to, I mean, I literally, I went to rehab. I wrote a bunch of songs, and I came home. I didn't know how to make beats. I didn't know anything about music, and I went on YouTube, and I just spent days on days on days on months just researching. I learned how to distribute the songs to get them on different I learned all this stuff myself. So like you can do it yourself. Like you just have to research.
Absolutely. That is great advice.
Absolutely.
I want to remind our viewers to go ahead and keep ask any questions if you guys have them as well.
Ask any questions. They're going to pop up on the right side of the screen so you'll be able to see them yourselves. And we will also pull them up at the bottom so that everybody can read the questions that the viewers comment below. Do you have anything that you might feel negatively affect your music career moving forward? Anything that might drag you down that you have to work on?
If I don't I know in the music industry there is a lot of drugs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if I stay in my lane, um, if I stay on the recovery side of everything, um, or even if I get into somewhere where there is that stuff going on, if I have the right people by my side, you know, um, like if say I do a show at a club, people are gonna be drinking, but if I take a couple people with me that are really supportive of me being sober and clean and stuff,
Yeah.
then I think that that could be a hurdle, but it could also be beneficial because I could put my message out there to everybody that is not sober, and I might make a difference to somebody that's not sober.
Okay, I see. We have a question from the audience. Our co-host Tyler Schramm says, if I don't know if it was asked, but if you could go back in time to change something major about your music, what would it be?
I think when I started, I kind of so like my song covers, like the finer detail that I didn't think about in the beginning, or like the song, like looking more professional rather than just like rushing in to try to push stuff out, not taking my time with the music, trying to just rush just so that I can get a song out.
Okay, I see.
Like just more attention to detail.
Do you have any more topics regarding music that you want to touch base on other than solely sobriety? Is there any other message within your music that you're trying to send?
I mean, I went through a lot of trauma, and I went through a lot of child abuse and neglect. Um, but just because you go through child abuse and neglect, and like broken homes and prison, all that stuff, like it doesn't mean that you have to stay stuck there. you know
Absolutely.
you can persevere, like it sometimes it took me a long time to, I would never put myself at risk now today, that I could, I used to go out with my so-called friends, and I wanted to fit in so bad that I would go fight somebody just so that I could fit in with my so-called friends, that eventually they tell on me and I go upstate anyway. You know,
Right.
I
I
go
see.
I went and fought somebody for my friend because they robbed my friend, and they ended up uh, telling on me, and I go upstate. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's foolishness. I would never put myself at risk for another person. You know what I mean? Unless it's like somebody that's really close to me, and it's
Right.
necessary. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Another question from our audience. Do you produce your own tracks?
So like, okay, so like for tacos, I made that beat for tacos. I can't, I'm not good at mixing and mastering. I can
Okay.
put beat, I can like, so the songs that I did do myself, I did on Studio 16. But I don't mix and master. I can't mix and master really at all. I have like a little bit of an idea, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I like Tacos I recorded at home. I made the beat for that, but then I send it out to my producer to mix and master it. So some of my songs I recorded at home, um, but I always send them out to, so I go to Gross, the Bomb Shelter Studio. He worked with like Lil Peep. He worked with a lot of bigger people, and so he's really good. He knows what he's doing. And then I also go to Don Belch. He's really good too. He worked with some big people, big names. So yeah, I always send it out to get it mixed and mastered though.
Okay, I see.
I try to stay in the studio though, because like that quality, if you really want, like, say you want like sync deals where you get your music on movies or commercials or the NBA, the NFL, like if you want your music on all that, or like mainstream radio stations, like, then you really want that good studio quality. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We have little less than 2 minutes left. So is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to real quick?
I want to give a shout out to Gunsmoke RYD, because he helped to push me to get on stage, and he lets me into any show that he gets. I'm always welcome. And he's a really good artist. He's a juggalo. He's a really good artist. So check out his music. And then Scott Gross, my producer, the Bomb Shelter Studio, and then Don Belch, and then my girlfriend.
Heck yeah. I want to give a shout out to our audience, everybody in the audience who participated today. Tyler Schramm, Amanda. We've got quite a few people who are in here today. I want to thank all of you very much for showing up and participating. What about you, Madwack Jackson? You got anybody you want to shout out before we end this thing?
I want to thank Sigma for tuning in to the broadcast. Rob Gates, wifey is watching, but she's not in here. And of course, our guests, and also a huge shout out to the rest of the hosts who are currently behind the scenes and blowing up these comments and helping us out. So shout out to all you guys. And again, thank you, Matty, for coming on and doing the show with us.
Thank you for having me. It was awesome.
Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great night and stay happily dazed, everybody.
Yeah. All right.
Much love, you guys.
Hey everyone, my name is Dead, and I'm a rapper, musician, and I am the leader of rap collective Forever Numb. My name is spelled D3AD period, make sure you spell it right. And shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment for giving me a great interview and giving me exposure, as well as being incredibly kind and being a great company.
Hi, my name is KC. I'm an 18-year-old artist from Tennessee. I make rap music. You can find me on all platforms under KC. Shout out HappyDaze Entertainment for the shout out.
What is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty Sad out of DDMG and Empire Music, here to give a shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment. You already know what it is, Stone on Arrival. Got bomb totes and music notes. Peace.
Yo, what up, people? It's your boy, Wife of the King, and I just want to give a big shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment. HappyDaze Entertainment, it's your boy, Wife of the King, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment.
Hey, I'm another bag of bones. I make music on SoundCloud, Noise SoundCloud. I'm 15, I make indie pop music, and shout out HappyDaze Entertainment for the shout out.
Happy Days. That's Kenny. You. Phones, live streams, music, dope, underground, artists, interviews, criticism. Praise, Flogging, Not Flogging, Acid Happy, Lagodi, HappyDaze Entertainment. Tune in.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Sick J from Mutilated Music, and you're watching HappyDaze Entertainment. I'm a musician and artist from Third Mesa, Arizona. I take metal and rap and turn it into my own genre called Mutilated Music. And I have a new album coming out October 31st on all streaming platforms. Keep an eye out for it. Yeah!
Yo, it's Shannon. I'm an independent artist, and I would appreciate it if you checked out my music on Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube at Yo Shannon, and shout out Happy Days. You guys have a great day.
Hey guys, this is Austin here, the underground name AK So Savage, and I'm here to say shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment. Blow it up.
What's up, everybody? My name is Pressure Capone. I'm an independent artist from Middletown, Ohio. I just want to give a big shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment.
What's good? My name is Drewski. I'm not signed with nobody. Shout out HappyDaze Entertainment for putting me on. HappyDaze Entertainment.
What's up, y'all? I'm Matty 1990, and I rap about trauma, addiction, and recovery. And I just wanted to give a shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment.
Hey guys, it's Sunray, your magical ghost girl from Let's Talk Ghost. But right now, I'm taking a break and I'm gonna tune in to HappyDaze.
Challenge Manson, Toledo, Ohio. Shout out HappyDaze Entertainment. Just for everything else.
Hello, my name is Kira. I'm an acrylic artist. Check out HappyDaze Entertainment. Awesome promotions, awesome interviews, and good vibes. You don't want to miss it.
Yo, my name's Jay Floantes. I'm signed to Gotbud Records, and I make music about men's mental health awareness. I'd like to give a shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment for the promotion services. Y'all are amazing.
Shout out to HappyDaze Entertainment. It's the best podcast around.
It was Bracken. It's Paparazzi with an X for an O. And shout out Happy Days. I'm from Myrtleland. You can follow me on Instagram and SoundCloud. Gang gang.
Hey yo, it's Cap the Wise Guy, holding it down for Verismo ENT. And right now you rocking with HappyDaze Entertainment, home of the dopest, illest, freshest that the underground has to offer. They be putting artists on like yours truly. That's why I fucks with them, and that's why I tune in. Matter of fact, you ain't even come to hear me talk. So enough of that. Let's get back to the show.